And while most Americans with a pulse laugh at the idea of Kamala on the world stage, one enterprising CNN employee thinks otherwise. Just 5 days after asking whether we were seeing the beginning of a Joe Biden comeback, Chris Cillizza pondered in a piece today, is this finally Kamala Harris's moment? Here now is Charlie Hurt, Fox News contributor, Washington Times opinion editor. Charlie, you must admit, we are now seeing Kamala's big break unfold.
Yeah, you have to kind of admire Cillizza for being able to pull that one out at this point in the game. It's pretty extraordinary. And obviously, things are fraying over at the White House, and they're fraying among Democrats, and you're starting to see real daylight between Democrats in Congress with Biden. Based on all of his wildly unpopular handling of things. And you'd like to think that this is just sort of another anvil that the White House is handing to Kamala Harris to sort of take care of, because she's been such a disaster to everything else. And she's kind of like the bad bank to pile all the terrible portfolio onto. But the truth of the matter is, she's probably the best this White House has to offer. She's probably not going to screw things up as badly as Joe Biden would if Joe Biden went over there.
Now, Biden isn't just sending her to Europe, Charlie. He also noted that General White Rage himself was sent over there as well. Watch.
General Milley was also in Europe, meeting with his counterparts and allies on NATO's eastern flank to reassure them, those countries bordering Russia, NATO countries, that we will keep our NATO commitment, the sacred commitment of Article 5. The Vice President Harris is going to be traveling to meet with our allies in Poland and Romania later this week as well.
Now, Charlie, he thinks our allies are going to be reassured by the guy who botched Afghanistan withdrawal and then Kamala? What?
Yeah, no,
this is insane.
It really is insane. And, from the beginning, just as an aside, it's sort of amazing how much discord there is between the Biden administration and all of their supposed allies in Ukraine. I mean, at every turn, these two, our administration and Ukraine have been at odds, whether it's Joe Biden talking up the war in the weeks leading up to this, or this whole catastrophe involving the Polish jets. But one person who is very clear about all of this, Vladimir Putin, is sitting back laughing at all of this, whether it's General Milley or the president. He's just licking his chops.
Charlie, thank you. It's good to see you tonight.
Good to see you.
And apparently the Biden administration does not trust Kamala to handle any actual issues, because Politico is reporting administration officials say that she's not there to make any deals. Isn't this strange? Her role is to serve as an emissary and an emblem of the administration's commitment to the country and the transatlantic alliance more broadly. So none of this makes any sense. I guess, Charlie, you're still there. That's a shocking... it gets more shocking by the moment.
Yeah, it really does. And the thing that is so disturbing, it would be great to sit back and laugh about all this, Laura, but as you have pointed out tonight and every night, this is not a laughing matter. This is the world's greatest beacon of hope in the world collapsing before some of the most wicked enemies that have ever been arrayed around this world. And this, because of the Biden administration, because of their hell-bent desire to weaken America here, make Americans less wealthy, and enrich people like Vladimir Putin and empower people like Vladimir Putin. They have stood back. America has stood back and allowed these people to take over. And I honestly, I don't see a way out of this that doesn't involve more people dying and more pain around the world and more embarrassment and cost for the American people.
There's a cost to incompetence. Charlie, thank you.